Well, iOS 14 just came out today officially, and we're going to go and take a look at it on the iPhone 10. Now, what I can tell you is this is a pretty big update, but that doesn't necessarily mean you should go and update to it, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't go and update to it. This update, I think, was about 4 point something gigabytes on this specific device, and on a lot of my other devices, it was a pretty big size as well. And I can tell you there's a lot of pros, there's a lot of cons, but as I said before, I think Apple wouldn't push out a super unstable official version. There's still a couple problems, but if you really want to, I would say go update to iOS 14 if you really want to. Just know that the longer you still wait, the more stable it'll get. But if you're not okay or if you don't care about stability, then there's your answer. Now, go ahead and talk about some of the main differences with iOS 14. Also, do a little bit of a speed test towards the end. One of the biggest differences with iOS 14 though was definitely be the new home screen widgets. And what this is, as you can see, is these new widgets that are on the home display and on any other display that you want to. There's these new, ones that you can kind of swipe through and everything. And there's these ones, there's a big one, like there's a lot of different options. And you can get there by swiping to the left and you have all your widgets right here. And even on a display like the iPhone 10, which isn't the biggest, but it isn't the smallest, like it looks really, really good. I mean, when you look at it, it looks like a really good, capable display for the most part. Now with these widgets, you have all these things right here, which is really cool. You can also click edit and the plus button at the top right corner and see a lot more. And I think this is great. What's really cool is since the first beta, Apple has actually pushed out a couple more widgets throughout the whole entire OS, which is really awesome. So from the first beta to this beta, there are new widgets, which makes me think that in the future, Apple is probably obviously going to add more widgets when it comes down to it, which is going to be really awesome. And the craziest thing is that Apple, I don't know if they said, but I saw it on Reddit or something, that they could potentially actually push out widget support for other third-party apps. So imagine like a Spotify widget or an Instagram, Twitter widget or whatever. There could possibly be widgets for every single app, even TikTok, who knows? And we can see all sorts of different things without even going into the app, and that would be really awesome. I don't know what the likelihood of that is happening, but it could be on the table, who knows? We already have the widgets here. There's already been widgets for other apps back in the day, but the home screen widgets for those would be really cool. So that's one of the main advantages. Another cool thing is with all the way to the right of it, you can see we have this new app library, which shows us all the apps that we have on our device. So you can actually, and if you swipe down, you can even get into this little panel, which shows us even more, which is really cool. So that means that you can actually go to these screens and actually hide apps here and just keep them here. So if you don't want people snooping through your apps, if they still go here, they can, but it's like a couple extra steps and you can swipe down here, see all your apps and search your apps here too, which is really, really cool. So if you don't know where a certain app is or whatever, you can just look through here and you can also search it up there, which is really, really awesome. So that's another really cool feature with iOS 14. Another one with iPhone 10 devices or newer, you actually have this new feature on the back where if you double tap it, you can actually make the device do something. So I set mine so I can screenshot it, and it's definitely one of the coolest things. As you can see, it's so cool. Like, it's just so weird how that even happened. Like, how did Apple even do that? For some reason, the iPhone 8s don't support it, or any other phones. It's only the iPhones with notches. I don't think the iPhone SE2 supports it either. I thought it was iPhones with glass backs from the beginning with, but it's not. And it actually does a good job. Like, it doesn't tell when I like accidentally do it. Like if I do it like now, maybe it'll do it. Even now it didn't do it. But I have to like deliberately like tap it like that. And I guess it doesn't do it there either. But that's a really cool feature. We also have picture in picture as well. So if we're watching a YouTube video or something, you can actually set it so you can go and hop out of it and the video will still be playing, which is a super awesome feature. I didn't think they were going to do it with this one, but they ended up doing it. It makes me think that Apple could potentially put in split screen multitasking sometime in the future. And once they do that, it's pretty much over. That'd be the craziest thing ever. We have a new call user interface as well. So when people call you or FaceTime you, the little top just comes down and it looks really good on even the iPhone 10. Then again, this isn't the newest device, but it looks really good. This device is still smoother than iOS 14 too, which is great. Siri is also smaller, so when you go and hold down the power button, you can see Siri doesn't take up the whole display anymore. It just takes up a little thing, and I think iOS 14, Apple is actually trying to focus on, getting out of your face more and just having you experience your device. And by having a smaller Siri, they actually did that, which is really cool. Now another thing kind of, security-wise, iOS 14 brought this really controversial feature of basically notifying you if a specific app is, using your microphone when you don't want it to, or using your camera, or whatever the case is. And it'll tell you, oh, Facebook just used the microphone, or this app just used this. And it's actually pretty scary how many people were actually able to tell us, like, what apps were using what when we didn't, when we weren't even using the app. So definitely pretty crazy stuff, but hopefully apps aren't doing that anymore. And we also had some new AirPod features as well. So we now have that new spatial audio feature. We have the automatic device switching. We have low battery alerts. And we have optimized battery charging as well, which is really cool for AirPods. So like I stated before, not only was this a big update for iPhones, but it was a pretty big update for AirPods as well. So now that I have all that stuff out of the way, let me go ahead and do a little bit of a speed test. I have an iOS 13 device here, but for some reason my iPhone 10 running iOS 13, which is this one, I can't download any apps on it, which is really, really stupid. I don't know what's going on. It's like almost like a brand new iPhone 10. I jailbroke it. I had to go through the iCloud thing, but I can't download apps, so I'll just do like the basic apps that come with it and kind of see what happens. So let's see how fast they are. Okay, now that we got all the apps out of the way, let me go and clear all these ones. I guess we'll only have to do the basic apps that the phone comes with, like I already stated. So let's do FaceTime, 3, 2, 1. Okay, about the same on both. Calendar, 3, 2, 1. It looks like this pop-up was a little bit faster on the iPhone, iOS 13. Again, iOS 13 here, iOS 14 right here. Okay, there we go. For some reason, it was kind of blurry at first. We can do Mail, 3, 2, 1. Okay, about the same. Clock, 3, 2, 1. About the same there too. Maps, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it looks like the pop-up on iOS 13 was a little bit faster there. Weather, 3, 2, 1. Okay, about the same, a couple of different pop-ups. Notes, 3, 2, 1. Looks like this one was faster. This one was already on a different pop-up. Stocks, 3, 2, 1. And a little bit of difference. I kind of looked away when they both were loading, so you guys can kind of tell which one's faster. News, 3, 2, 1. Okay, iOS 13 was faster, followed by iOS 14 eventually behind it. Books, 3, 2, 1. And iOS 13 was faster there. iOS 14 right behind it. App Store, 3, 2, 1. Now this one might not be able to load. Well, it got into a pop-up. And I am able to load it. I'm just not able to download anything, I'm assuming. But scrolling through, let's go and see. They both look about the same. I don't really know if one looks way faster than the other one. But yeah, they both look almost identical. Let's go and load up into a similar thing for both of them. Let's do this one. And yeah, scrolling, everything looks about the same on both, to be honest. Apple TV, 3, 2, 1. And this one was able to get into the pop-up faster. Settings, 3, 2, 1. And almost exactly the same, but scrolling through, you can see that maybe there are a couple new, toggles or something on iOS 14. Definitely not the case. Phone calls, 3, 2, 1. Okay, about the same. Music, 3, 2, 1. Okay. This one was able to get into that pop-up faster, followed by iOS 14 right behind it. Studio Watch app, 3, 2, 1. About the same on both. And we can go ahead and load up a web page. Let's just see what goes on. Do Apple, 3, 2, 1. And iOS 13 may have been a little bit faster there. As you can see scrolling through, there are a lot of animations. I was not expecting that. And you can see they both are kind of the same. I don't really see one being way faster than the other one. Maybe you guys can tell, but those are really the main apps that I wanted to test. As you can see, I don't have any other ones on these iPhone 10. But definitely when it comes down to it, iOS 14, I think for the most part, is a pretty good update coming from iOS 13. Like I said, there's a lot of capability for this phone. There's a lot of software improvements and everything. But with the iPhone 10 on iOS 13, you're probably going to be getting a more stable version of software. It's probably going to be better for the longevity of the device currently. But probably within a month, Apple's going to release an iOS 14.0.1 or even 14.1. And that'll definitely be a more stable version of software than iOS 13. So that really pretty much covers it up for the most part. If you guys have any questions or run into any other problems, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my main channel. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.